Hello students, welcome back to my channel. Today I am continuing with the exercises of genetics. Last time I have explained you the question till what is mutation. Now here further continuing with the same exercises here, I am going to just differentiate as directed. Definition: pure and hybrid. Pure: when a gene pair in an organism contains two identical alleles, capital T and capital T. This is the pure, and it is also known as homozygous. When two different alleles are present in a single gene pair, then it is known as homozygous. Hybrid means offsprings of genetically dissimilar parent. Here, hybrid pure means offsprings genetically of similar parents, right? Next, monohybrid cross dihybrid. Phenotypic ratio of the first generation of the monohybrid cross in F2 generation. In F2 generation, the phenotypic ratio of the cross is 3:1 in case of means 3 tall. If you make a cross between the tall and dwarf plant, then in monohybrid cross in F2 generation we'll get 3 tall plants and 1 short plant. The ratio is 3:1. In case of dihybrid cross, phenotypic ratio you are taking, then here we get 4 different types of the plants, 9:3:3:1. We will discuss it earlier which type of plants are there. In human scale, human skin cell, how many chromosomes? 46 chromosomes, that is 23 pairs of chromosomes are present. Number of chromosomes is asked only. And human ovum, half of the parent cell means 23. Here 46, here 23, that is 22 plus X ovum. If it is sperm, then it will be 22 plus X or 22 plus Y. But in case of ovum, it will always be 22 plus X chromosome. Now here the first one, state Mendel's law of independent assortment. See, when the parents differ from each other in two or more pairs of contrasting characters, the inheritance of one pair of character is independent to that of the other pair. This is the law of independent assortment. I hope it is clear. When the parents differ from each other in two or more pairs of contrasting characters, the inheritance of one pair of character is independent to that of the other pair. This is the law of independent assortment. Give the technical terms. Next one, the type of the gene in which the presence of a contrasting allele is not expressed, that is the genotype. Gene means genotype. The suppressed allele, it is recessive. An alteration in the genetic material that can be inherited. If the alteration is inherited, that is due to mutation. A pair of corresponding chromosomes of the same size and shape, one from each parent, they are known as homologous chromosomes, right? Now the next one, the condition in which a pair of chromosomes carry similar alleles of a particular character. Similar alleles of a particular character, it is the condition homozygous, right? What the condition it is? It is homozygous. Now, differentiate between genotype and phenotype. We have already discussed in the previous lecture. That is the genotype and phenotype. Here you can see genotype, phenotype. Genotype, genetic constitution for any trait of an individual. Phenotype, morphological expression of any individual for any trait. Now, in a certain species of animals, black fur is dominant over brown fur. Predict a genotype and phenotype of offsprings when the both parents are hybrid or have heterozygous. Suppose black fur is represents BB, brown fur small b. Hybrid or homozygous, it will be homozygous, that will be capital B and small b, capital B and small b, that is the homozygous parents that is asked in the questions. Black fur, then the gametes form will be capital B, small b, capital B, small b. Then either capital B cross with the capital B forms BB, either capital B with small b, capital B, small b with capital B, small b, capital B, or small b. Now here the offsprings which we obtain, see, this is pure black, this will be hybrid black, this is hybrid black, this is tone brown. So xenotypic ratio 1:2:1, 1 pure black, 2 hybrid black, and 1 pure brown fur. Phenotypic ratio for this F1 generation 3:1. That is, externally 3 are black fur and 1 is brown fur. Because here asked homozygous, that is in the F2 generation. In F1 generation, if pure are crossed, they will get all hybrids. And when hybrids are self-crossed, then we will get the xenotypic ratio 1:2:1, phenotypic ratio 3:1, 3 black fur, 1 pure brown fur, right? Answer the following question. State Mendel's laws of dominant that we have already discussed. Law, the character appears in the first generation is the dominant character which does not appear in the generation, it is known as recessive. What is a dihybrid ratio? We are discussing. Phenotype we have discussed. What are autosome? 22 pairs which are similar, they are called auto. As in humans, 23 pairs are there. 22 pairs which are similar in both male and female, they are known as autosome, and the 23rd pair is known as sex chromosome. What is gene? An inherited factor that determines a biological character of an organism is called a gene. What is a gene? An inherited factor that determines a biological character of an organism is called a gene. Now, the dihybrid ratio. Now, see, give the dihybrid ratio name and state the law what explains the same. See, the name, the law that explains it is law of independent assortment, what we already discussed. When the parents differ from each other in 2 or more pairs of contrasting character, the inheritance of one pair of character is independent to that of other. जब 2 या 2 से character से हम ज्यादा करें तो एक पेयर जो होता है दूसरी के ऊपर वो उसके though it is not expressed but it is not affected. If we get the same trait, again it will be expressed same as it was present earlier, and that is known as dihybrid cross. This is the cross in which two pairs of contrasting characters in parents are considered. Then we will study the cross between the variety of pea with yellow cotyledons and round seed, both, and dominant character, and one with green cotyledons and wrinkled seed with the recessive. Means yellow and round seeded dominance, green and wrinkled recessive. In F1 generation, when they are crossed, we get all hybrids, and all plants they are yellow and round seeded. But when these plants are self-crossed in the second generation, then we get 4 types of the plant. That is in F2 generation, yellow and round 9 plants, yellow and wrinkled 3 plants, round and green 3 plants, wrinkled and green 1 plant. Yellow and round. If it is crossed, see, then the types of gametes are formed over here. Capital Y, capital R, small y, capital Y, capital R, capital Y, small r, small y, capital R, small y, small r. Same gametes are formed here, either capital Y, capital R, or capital Y, small r, और स्मॉल y कैपिटल R, स्मॉल y, स्मॉल r. ये कंडीशंस होंगे ना, तो वही अदर कैपिटल Y ये इससे होगा, या ये इससे होगा, या ये इससे होगा, या ये इससे होगा, क्योंकि ये एक जीन एलेल है, ये डिफर नहीं करेंगे, या तो ये कंबाइन करके दोनों कंबाइन कर कॉन्ट्रास्टिंग कैरेक्टर्स बनाएंगे, और उसमें ये डोमिनेंट है और ये रेसेसिव है. ठीक है, तो जब हम इसको सेकंड काम करेंगे तो ये दोनों जीन कैरेक्टर आएंगे. तो कैपिटल वाई, कैपिटल आर, कैपिटल आर. तो इसमें हमको 4 तरह के प्लान 9:3. ये देखिए 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 3 1 2 3. ये 1 2 and 3. ये 1 2 3 एक तरह के हैं. ये जो कैपिटल ये है और जो डॉटेड हैं वो ये हैं. ये 3 3 3 और एक ये है 3 3 3 और ये है 1. बाकी जो है 9. एक तरह के जेनेटिक कैरेक्टर्स. ठीक है. Now explain the following term. Gene, just I told you. Phenotype we have discussed. When parents with contrasting characters are crossed, single character controlled by a single pair of gene is considered. That cross is called monohybrid cross. Suppose a cross red flower and white flower plant. What is monohybrid cross? when parents with contrasting characters are crossed and single character controlled by a single pair of genes is considered. The cross is called monohybrid cross. Name 2 sex-linked diseases in males that you already know: color blindness, hemophilia. State Mendel of segregation, we have already discussed earlier. Mendel's law of dominance, we have already discussed. Find the odd one out and name the category. Hemophilia, color blindness, albinism. See, they are all sex-linked diseases. Albinism, it is the lack of pigmentation in the skin. Here, thymine, cytosine, adenine, they are all nitrogenous bases. Pepsin is the digestive enzyme. Typhoid, hemophilia, albinism, color blindness. Typhoid is a bacterial disease. Hemophilia, albinism, they are all sex-linked diseases. A homozygous plant having round R and yellow seed is crossed with the homozygous plant of wrinkled and green seeds. Give the scientific name of the plant on which Mendel's experiments conducted. It is Pisum sativum. Homozygous, it is the same which I have discussed here. Yellow and round seeded plant with green and wrinkled seeded plant. Give the genotype of F1 generation. Genotype of F1 generation, all are round seed. Plants are hybrids and they are yellow and round seeded. Dihybrid phenotypic ratio and the genotype of the F2 generation when the two plants of F1 generation. This is same. Two plants of F1 generation, this capital Y, small y, capital Z. Two plants of F1 generation when they are self-crossed, then in the F2 generation we get the phenotypic ratio. This is phenotypic ratio 9 raised to 3 raised to 3 raised to 3 raised 9 raised to 3 raised to 3 raised to 1. Right? This is the phenotypic ratio of F2 generation. ये F2 जनरेशन है और ये F1 जनरेशन है. ये और ये क्रॉस, और ये क्रॉस जो होता है, ये क्रॉस जो आपका दिया है, ये F2 जनरेशन है. ठीक है. Now name and state law which explain the dihybrid cross, law of independent assortment. दो बार हम आपको बता चुके हैं. Give the possible combination of the gametes that can be obtained from F1 hybrid. That will be the type possible gamete. Capital Y, capital R, capital Y, small r, small y, capital R, small y, small. या तो ये इससे कंबाइन करेगा ये गैमेट बनेगा, या ये इससे कंबाइन करेगा तो ये गैमेट, या तो ये इससे कंबाइन करेगा तो ये गैमेट बनेगा, या इससे ये कंबाइन करेगा तो ये गैमेट बनेगा. ठीक है. Given below are groups of the terms. In each group, first pair indicates relationship between the two ratios. Capital T if it is homozygous, then capital T small t it is heterozygous. The recessive gene is one that expresses itself in the second generation. First generation वो express नहीं होता है, वो किस generation में express करता है? Second generation. Heterozygous नहीं, ये सब नहीं होंगे. Given below is a schematic diagram showing Mendel's experiment on sweet pea. Sweet pea plants having axial flowers with round seeded. Axial flowers, A, capital A, capital A, capital A. Axial flowers, round seed, and terminal flowers, wrinkled seed, small a, small a, small a. Study the same and answer the question. ये कैपिटल ए ये काउंट करेगा. ये क्या है? टर्मिनल. अगर फर्स्ट में जो गैमेट्स बनेंगे तो ये जो प्लांट्स हमको ऑब्टेन होंगे ये से क्या होंगे? दे ऑल आर हाइब्रिड and all are, they are axial and round seeded. Axial and round seeded. All plants are axial flowers in F1 progeny with round seeded. Phenotypic ratio of F2 progeny वही 9 raised to 3 raised to 3 raised to 1. इसमें कौन कौन से फ्लावर्स होंगे? जो 9. फिनोटिपिक रेशो फिनो मतलब एक्सटर्नली होती है, प्रोड्यूस बाय द सेल्फ पॉलिनेशन. यहाँ पर आपने पूछा है, हाँ यहाँ भी 9. अब ये कैसे कैसे हो देखिए, 9 एक्सियल एंड राउंडेड, 3 एक्सियल एंड रिंकल्ड, 3 राउंड एंड टर्मिनल, and 1 terminal and linked. Right? Now a pea plant is a homozygous for green pods which are inflated. It is represented by capital G, capital G, capital I, capital I. Is crossed with the homozygous plant for yellow pods which are constricted. Small g, small g, small I, small I. Give the phenotypic and genotype of the generation which type of pollination has occurred to produce F1. See, all are hybrids in F1 generation. That is capital G, capital I, small a. And phenotypically, all are green pods with inflated seed. All are green pods with inflated seed, and they all are hybrid. Write the phenotype ratio of the generation. Phenotype all are phenotype ratio, phenotypically of the same generation, means they are all hybrids, and they are the ratio is all green pods which inflated. Say possible combinations of the gametes that can be obtained if two hybrid plants are crossed. अगर दो हाइब्रिड प्लांट, ये पाइसन से स्टेट मेंडल्स लॉ एक्सप्लेनेशन, व्हाट इज साइंटिफिक नेम ऑफ द प्लांट विच मेंडल्स फॉर इस एक्सपेरिमेंट ऑफ इनहेरिटेंस, पी में है ये पाइसन, ये सारी कंडीशंस पी प्लांट में ही अलग, 7 कैरेक्टर्स ही हैज कंसीडर्ड ओवर देयर, उसी में से एक कैरेक्टर ये है. द गैमेट्स कैन बी ऑब्टेन फॉर टू हाइब्रिड्स. देखिए जो है ये कैपिटल जी कैपिटल आई या कैपिटल जी स्मॉल आई, स्मॉल जी कैपिटल आई या स्मॉल जी स्मॉल आई, तो ये रेशो बनेगा. सेम प्रोसेस है, 9 ग्रीन एंड इन्फ्लेटेड, 3 ग्रीन एंड कॉन्स्ट्रिक्टेड, 3 इन्फ्लेटेड एंड येलो, 1 येलो एंड कॉन्स्ट्रिक्टेड. फिनोटाइपिक रेशो 9:3:3:1, ये फिनोटाइपिक रेशो है. फिनोटाइपिक रेशो आपको नहीं पूछा जाएगा इसमें. और एक्सटर्नली प्लांट ये कैसे होंगे, ये